is Damien Legion, and you listen to the ECWF podcast live.
Get the F out.
Alright, welcome to episode number 17 of the ECWF podcast. We will not get the F out, we put the F back in. And by we, I mean me. I'm your host, Sean Baking, back in the Honda Civic studio, coming to you live from the Electric City, Scranton, Pennsylvania. In this episode, my guest was Damien Legion. We talk a little bit of face paint, a lot of Undertaker talk in there. We talk about what happens when you have a broken foot and nature calls. Also, midway through, we're joined by a special guest. And we talk music also. So, enjoy this one, guys. I am back on the podcast here with Damien Legion. And how are you today, sir?
I'm doing good tonight. How about yourself?
Very good, very good. Okay, and you're originally from South Carolina?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what came up on the phone here. I see. What part?
Well, I'm originally from Black Creek, South Carolina, Florence. And, I lived there like 27 years and then moved up into the upstate in 2009 and been here ever since.
Okay. you got that voice, you could tell, you know what I mean?
You can't deny
Yeah. All right. I wanted to ask you about your paint jobs.
Okay.
Cause I think like you got like different kinds of like really sick like looking paint jobs. Like I really like them a lot. And
I appreciate it. Much appreciated.
yeah. So where does the inspiration from that come from?
Well, I guess it depends. A lot of time when I do my paint, it was out of attrition when I first started because I was just trying to find myself, so to speak, my character, whatever we call it. And, so I had tried the grease paint first. Yeah, that didn't work out so well. So when it runs, it burns in your eyes. And kind of hard to work and match when it's burning your eyes. So
Right.
I talked to a couple buddies of mine, and they said, well, go with the acrylics. So I use the acrylics. Paint scheme-wise, man, it's just tortured ideas in my head. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I guess that's the best way to explain it, man. It's there's no rhyme or reason. It's very much a shoot from the hip. When I get there that night, I kind of, just look in the mirror. So, what do you want to look like tonight? And I'll paint it.
Nice. And you do it all yourself?
Yeah, everything.
Oh wow, yeah. That's definitely talented then, because like I said, some of them are like real sick. Like they look good.
Oh man, you laugh, dog. I can't even draw a stick figure.
Really?
I'm an awful artist, man. It's just, I guess painting on my face is easier than painting on a piece of paper or something, man. I'm a musician, dude.
Yeah.
Outside of the pro wrestling, man, I'm a musician. That's about as much artist as you get.
Okay. So I mean, when you're doing the paint, how long does it take you in the back to do it?
What you say? Is it probably about 45 minutes to an hour, maybe?
Yeah, because they're very detailed.
Yeah, about 45 minutes to an hour, give or take.
Yeah.
I did a new design over the weekend. It's where I changed my Facebook profile pic. And so we did, that was the inspiration off American Horror Story.
Yeah.
And my original design, my Two-Face with the, it's essentially a geometric design, for lack of a better term. It's just, it's pretty much a pentagram, but then I add another top to it, so it's not actually a pentagram. My character's not a devil worshiper, unlike I've been accused of being. My character's not a devil worshiper. It is way more twisted than that, to be quite honest with you, but I think you probably heard that on the last podcast.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's just a I don't know, it's just a hodgepodge. I enjoy theatrics. I always have. I guess that's why I kind of like getting into wrestling. I love theatrics, entertaining people, and I figured, there was so few guys in the, at least in the Southeast that actually painted up and made it look good. Chance Prophet's another one, man. Each dude's paint scheme's awesome.
Yeah.
And, I worked a show here recently with Chance Prophet and the Boogeyman at the same show.
Nice.
So, out of respect, I walked up to both of them. I'm like, hey, I do a painted gimmick too. Are y'all cool with that? Because I don't really care. I'll go out there without the paint, with the paint. It don't matter to me.
Right.
I get it over with.
I've seen sometimes do like half and half, like half your face painted and half just left.
Yeah, that's my two-face gimmick.
Yeah.
That's my two-face. I like the two-face. Sometimes I have to incorporate that when I'm very limited on time.
Right.
Some of these shows we got to travel to, man, it takes a while to get there, and by the time you get there, you're very limited, and you got to do the stuff that we got to do in the back before we go out there, so, sometimes the two faces, again, out of attrition, but that was actually the original design, was the two-face.
Okay.
And then it kind of morphed into, the black on one side, the white on one side. I've done full black face. I've done just black and red. Different things, man. As long as somebody in the crowd digs it, or I can scare the hell out of some kid, I figure I did what I was supposed to.
Yeah, definitely. It makes you stand out. Definitely.
I try.
Yeah. And also, another part of your entrance is you come down with some kind of headdress, antler looking thing on your head.
Oh yeah, that's Steve.
Steve, okay, has a name.
Yeah, that's Steve.
Nice.
Yeah, Steve. I have Steve and Joe Boo.
Okay.
Joe Boo's my horse head on a stick, which was gave to me by a good friend, and Steve was hand built. Of course, I'm not going to say how I built it. I just let him to the imagination on that. But
okay.
it was hand built between me and a very nice German lady, and we sat down and put it together. And it's pretty cool, man. I'm real big into the old Mortal Kombat, Shao Kahn, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very much into some of my favorite wrestlers growing up was the Great Kabuki and guys like that. I don't watch as much of Japan stuff as I'm sure most of these young cats do now.
Right.
But I like Kabuki. I like Quang growing up. I always thought that was a cool gimmick. I don't know the dude's name, but the guy that had the little crosses all over his chest, he wore white. He worked the Undertaker once. That cat right there was. I always thought that was just an awesome look.
It starts with an H, I think. I can't think of the name either right now.
I think so, man. He wasn't there for about a cup of coffee. I think maybe about a year he worked WWE, but I just thought his look was just awesome.
I want to say Hakushi maybe, but that might.
Yeah, I think that was his name.
Yeah, all right. Going back.
That dude was a beast, man.
Yeah. Going back to your face paint for a second. Is that something that maybe you look at it and you regret it sometimes because you have to do it so often, or because I know you wrestle without it also, but.
You know what? I like the question because sometimes it is a lack of a better term. Sometimes it's pain in the ass. It's you got to get to the venue. You want to give your opponent the proper time that they need. You don't want to take away from them. Which is most important. It's more important than my paint job. But it's it's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes.
Yeah.
But I've it's one of those deals where I've got more with honey than I have with vinegar, and I think the cats in the back, I mean, they'll appreciate that I'll at least take the time to make my look appropriate. So when I go out there, I look like a pro wrestler. I don't look like some dude off the street.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very important.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys in this business that don't have the greatest bodies, but they are just hellified workworkers. And there's guys that have got great bodies and, look like Tarzan, play like James.
Yeah.
And, I hit the gym. I'm there 2 times a day, every day, 5 days a week, and then I'm working on Saturdays shows or work Friday shows, just depends. And, I don't have, I was told the other day by a buddy of mine, you ain't got bodybuilder muscles, you got prison muscles. That's funny. I've never even been arrested, so.
Oh. Yeah, is that a compliment, or?
What's that?
Do you take that as a compliment, or?
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, I grew up with a lot of cats. I spent a lot of time in the pen, man, and they were all, for the most part, pretty tough dudes. So I was like, I'll take it as a compliment, thank you. But there's a cat around here, man, and every podcast I get on, anytime, I always speak his name because that dude, he helped me out a lot. Is a guy named James Drake. If you ever get a chance to interview James Drake, that cat right there he's gold in the ring, man. He's gold in the ring. That guy right there needs to be signed to ROH. He needs to be in the limelight. That's just my personal opinion. But he's a beast, man. He is a beast.
Well,
he doesn't have a great body. I mean, he's busting his butt in the gym, and he works his ass off, and he's getting thinner, and doing what he's got to do. But man, in the ring, he's just a monster. So it kind of proves to the point. I know I get in long tangents sometimes, but it all comes back to the same thing.
I was gonna say
the overall presentation.
Yeah, definitely. If you still keep in touch with them, reach out, and I could have them on. That'd be great.
I'll get in touch with him. Okay. Don't worry about that. I'll tell you, 'cause and that cat right there, man, he is what he calls himself, the New Age Enforcer, Chop City. He's the man.
Nice.
Bottom line. But no, man, it's just one of them deals with the paint, with the gym, with putting in work. My trainers. When I was coming up, I was trained by a guy named Tim Kirkendall, Elite, and then Timmy Anton. And both of them cats preached, man. Your in-ring ability that's paramount. That's number one. But two, it says we are entertaining people, so you need to look the part.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
I took that very, very seriously. So.
Yeah. So how long have you been wrestling now?
Say what now?
How long have you been wrestling?
I have been in the business 5 years. I have been wrestling for 4. I took about a year training before I ever stepped in the ring. I paid.
Okay.
We're always paying our dues. It doesn't matter. It never stops. But that first year, was spent training, paying dues, being a good soldier, shutting the hell up.
Right.
Take a beating from whoever, do what you got to do. And, I worked one of Steve Stasiak's proteges about 11 times that first year. A guy named Nick Fury.
Yeah.
And, he pretty much beat me up and down one side of the ring and the other for about a solid year. But, within that year, man, I kind of learned, okay, this is how it is. You play stiff, you play close to the best, however. But, the experiences like that helped me. Whereas I get older in the business, I start, getting more into the business, understanding it more, understanding all the little nuances, being a ring general, that kind of thing. That, I appreciate those times back in the day when I was taking that ass whooping trying to figure things out.
Right,
but,
right.
Yeah.
I say.
But, 5 years.
Yeah, nice. So before you got into wrestling, you were a little bit overweight, right?
Oh, God, I was morbidly obese. I weighed about 400 pounds. Pretty lady like I am right now, boy, she wouldn't have been with nothing like that. But, but yeah, man, I was about 400 pounds. Without getting too much into my personal life back then, it wasn't pleasant. It wasn't, nothing like it is now. Not that I'm in any kind of position or anything, but it was, it's very calm, very nice, very serene now, where back then it was very chaotic. And,
Right.
It's just one of them deals, man, where life kind of passes you by and you don't realize that you either pass by or in the thick of it till you're actually in the thick of it, and it's 10, 12 years later, and you're just like, what the hell?
Right.
I got started in this business at 31 years old. I started real late, so I'm 36 now. And it's been a ride. I will say that.
So, was there something that like clicked one day that said like I have to change my life around and like to lose?
Yeah, I stepped on a truck scale at work, and it said 400.
And that was it.
I couldn't believe, because again, like I said, man, when you're out of the storm, you ain't seeing everything around you.
Right.
So I didn't. It was just I happened to walk by it, and I said, you know what? I'm wondering how much I actually weigh. I didn't think it was that big. I know it was big, but I didn't think it was that damn big.
Right.
And you step on it, and that thing says 400, man. A big dose of reality comes slap you right dead in the mouth. And then every morning you're waking up, your joints hurt, and your heart hurts. And, you got children that, I got, 3 kids, and, I've got more children than that, but at the time I had 3 children. And it was one of them deals, man, where you just kind of like, I want to be able to live for them, or at least stay alive long enough for them, because, my mother's dead. She's passed on, and, I ain't got no family, other than my future wife and her children and my children. That's, and the wrestling and, music. That's it. That's my family, which is cool. It's a big extended family, but as far as in immediate blood relatives, there's not many of them around. So.
Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, you were wrestling one of your sons, correct?
Yeah, my son, I'm going to go ahead and pop him. Mark out for him, Solomon Kilgore. Yeah, that's my boy. He's young. He's green as a blade of grass, and he knows it. He goes out and tries to be humble and, listen to these vets and what they have to say. And, but he's a big kid, man. He's about 6'2", about 230, so he's way taller than me.
Yeah.
But, these young guys, man, they're the future. That ain't a cat like me. It's those guys right there. They're the future. I just, at the end of the day, man, just playing around in everybody else's yard, just trying to do my own thing. But my son, man, he's I ain't gonna blow his head up, man. He's doing what he's supposed to, and he's being very respectful and very humble, which is a very, very, very big thing for me. So,
right. Yeah.
I feel more wrestlers need that. I think there's a lot. We all have egos in this business. I have an ego as a musician. I feel like I do whatever, and don't mean I'm the best in the world. Don't mean I'm the worst in the world, but I feel very confident. And anytime I pick up my guitar or my bass, within my band, we're throwing down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm confident in what I do. It's the same thing in the ring. If you don't have a certain ego to it, then I don't think you can survive in this business.
Right.
And, so he's controlling it, It's like I told him, I said, you're too young to have an ego right now. Just learn. Shut up and learn. And, that'll keep you healthy, safe, and happy.
Right.
But, I'm proud as hell of that boy.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, like, when you're working with him, though, are you extra hard on him because he's your son, or are you kind of easing up?
I'm probably a little harder on them.
Yeah.
But, anytime I can talk to a greenhorn, I don't care which one it is, they all get treated the same, just as my son. If I see him doing something I know to be incorrect, hey, I'm a correct. I feel, my correctional tools is more positive reinforcement. I'm not out there trying to humiliate you or, talk you down and all that stuff. I believe more in positive reinforcement. I'm actually a very positive person, or I try to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal anyway. But, with them, yeah, I mean, those young guys, man, every match he has, he sends me to tape. What do you think? Critique it. I'll critique it all the way down to mannerisms, standing tall, looking your sides, little thing, because, again, like I learned from my trainers, it's the little things at the end of the day. It's the big stuff's the easy stuff.
Right.
Doing all these big high spots and stuff, for the most part, that's the easy part. It's getting the psychology of our business and actually, what makes that crowd tick. Because at the end of the day, they're the only ones that really matter. Because they paid the money to, they paid the money to come see you.
Yeah.
The promotion's paying you to come show up and perform and, put on a show for them.
Right.
So, however we get to the finish line, as long as we get to the finish line, kind of deal. But, no, not too hard, man. I don't feel like I've had enough time in the business to really dictate to people in a training environment what they should and should not do. I just, if I see it's a technique that needs to be improved and it's, you can tell, then, yeah, they're going to get told.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Very matter of fact.
Yeah, I would consider you to be like kind of an old school guy. Like, is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I go back. I'm not a wrestling historian by no stretch, but I grew up on guys like. It's funny. I grew up on guys like Rufus Alfred, Green Jones. I'm a big Kevin Sullivan fan. Obviously, size, the whole deal. I kind of look to him as kind of a mentor, so to speak, from far away. But yeah, I like to think that I'm a little bit more old school. Old Kurt Hennig, old Teddy DiBiase, Rat Pack. Any of that old good USWA, world class, all that stuff, man. I grew up a big Mark Calloway fan before he was ever the Undertaker. I just thought he was a beast.
Yeah.
He was athletic, and I always dug his stuff, and Dan Spivey, Dangerous Dan, and cats like that, man. Yeah, I kind of grew up a little bit more old school than probably some of the younger guys. I guess wrestling style-wise, I try to do a little bit of both. There's some stuff that I do that's, a little bit more towards what they're doing now today in the big leagues. And, some stuff, man, I try to keep simple. And, sometimes the simplest stuff, man, gets over better than the big stuff. If that makes any sense.
No, yeah, definitely. You mentioned The Undertaker a little bit. That was like a big influence because, like, I know, like, you do like the whole rolling your eyes back type thing too. Yeah.
He's a man. Dude, I think everybody and their mama pretty much agrees that dude right there is on top of just being a ring general and what I considered in WWE to be the top guy forever, even when other guys were running with the belt. I still considered him the top guy.
Right.
He was who I cut on WWE to watch. To be 100% with. I mean, of course, Ric Flair, guys like that, But, I mean, he was the guy. He was the guy I followed, growing up in high school. And, during the years after high school, I tried to follow his career as much as possible. I'm probably one of the few that loves the American Badass. I thought it was cool.
No.
I had no problem with it.
So you're that one guy.
Oh, yeah, I love the biker gimmick, because I like when people get real with stuff. I mean, it's just like
that is
playing
who
in
he
a band,
really
dude.
is,
I can't stand bands that sing about Dungeons and Dragons. I'd rather hear about a day in your life, something that you feel is important talking about. And I felt like that was pretty cool with American Badass, because he felt that was a proper portrayal of him at the time, and who's to argue that it isn't? That was where he was in his life, and I thought that was a cool gimmick. I loved the Dead Man gimmick. That to me was probably right up there with one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Undertaker gimmick was the Ministry. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
it was just cool. Putting Stone Cold on his effigy. Yeah. Hanging Boss Man from a cage.
Yeah.
Man, that's good TV.
Yeah.
But it's probably, if I was to label it, it would probably be somewhere in between, Ministry, Undertaker, probably 1997. I don't know what they really call that, but probably 97 whenever he was working Mankind a lot, and then right as the Attitude Era was just getting started. They were just getting that ball rolling. And then probably the Dead Man, because it is still to this day one of my favorite things he ever did, outside the little skit with Tommy Dreamer in the Stick Cup.
Yeah. That's a story. Yeah.
It was probably when he beat down Ric Flair's son, and they're sitting in the bathroom, and David Flair's beat slap up, and he's just sitting there talking to Rick. And that, to me, was that was cool. That was cool. Because one of my first wrestling memories ever was, and I got to tell him this, which, was pretty cool, was Jimmy Bang, Boogie Woogie Man.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember he did a spot. I don't have, I was very young when I saw it, but I remember he had done a spot where he's sitting in Charlotte, sitting on the corner, drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels, talking about, I think he was talking about beating up Dick Slater or something. I'm not really sure, but to me, he looked like the coolest dude in the room. It was just, I was like, that's cool. And then you see the Taker with the biker gimmick, almost kind of same deal, and I just thought it was cool, man.
Yeah, definitely. And that's just a testament to Undertaker as a character. Like, he's been able to evolve and change like so many times, like throughout the year. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, you ever seen the movie Walk Hard?
What was it?
You ever seen the movie called Walk Hard?
No.
This is a bad analogy. Somebody's gonna say something to me about this. I think. Walk Hard is a movie. I mean, it's a spoof movie on Ray Charles and Johnny Cash, and it's got John C. Reilly playing Dewey Cox.
Oh, okay.
They call him in the movie. They call him the chameleon because he's constantly changing his gimmick, his character, everything, his music, the whole deal. And that's kind of how I looked at the Taker. He he would change, but it was within his presentation, his program. It was always within that little realm, and but he would change, and he'd keep it just interesting enough.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know where most cats were. When he come out as American Badass, and he come out on the motorcycle, and he had Rock and Triple H in the ring. Me and my boys, we've been waiting on that. We were sitting at the pay-per-view, sitting at the house, watching it, waiting on it.
Mm-hmm.
We knew it was coming, and when he popped out, man, we was all marked out, and it was, to me, he comes in there and choke slams everybody to hell. I couldn't get enough of it. We kept hitting rewind.
Right, yeah. So when you were pretty upset when the streak got broken?
What's that now?
Were you pretty upset?
Oh, the streak?
Yeah.
You know what, man? I wasn't upset. I didn't mind him losing. I didn't like him losing to Brock, not because I don't like Brock. I like Brock. I have no problem with him. He's one of the best to ever walk in the ring. But my only problem with Brock is he's almost too legit.
Yeah.
This guy's a beast, and he's a former world champion. I would have rather seen them drop that honor on Bray Wyatt, personally.
Yeah, would have built a new star.
I think as far as in that type of gimmick, I think Bray Wyatt's really kind of he's going to kind of bear the torch for the next couple of years, and I felt that would have been a perfect match for the Taker to finally lose the streak. I know that I've heard most people say CM Punk.
Yeah.
Although I respect the hell out of CM Punk, I think he's a world class wrestler and one of the best and all that good stuff. I never was a huge CM Punk fan. You know, it wasn't that big of a deal to me that lost him. I thought the match was kick ass. I thought it was an awesome match.
Mm-hmm.
I just, you know, I would have rather seen the Taker lose to a very, let's say, kindred spirit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think that would have been cool. But, you know, I mean, I expected it, man. It's got to lose it sometimes. And just like anybody knows in this business, you always go out on your back.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. But my personal opinion was we were in Miami for WrestleMania, I think it was 28, and you had the Hell in a Cell versus Triple H, and Shawn Michaels was the referee.
Mm-hmm.
It was the end of an era.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should have ended there. Like, walk off to the sunset.
You know what? I agree. I do agree with that just because it was a perfect moment.
Yeah.
It was, best match on the card, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
It was match of the year, hands down. And I thought that I kind of thought the same way. That would have been a good way to get out. But at the same time, who are we to tell this guy when he needs to go?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he can still do it at a high level, and enjoy what he's doing, and help push the guy that he's with, and help to get that guy over. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about for the Taker at this point in his career.
Right.
He's helping other people out.
But wait, let me interrupt you for 1 second. Do you have a problem with them just doing it once a year, though, just at Mania? Because a lot of people don't like that.
No, I agree with that too. I mean, you got to kind of do more than just one match a year. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I mean, the guy injury-wise, he was beat up for years, and he still kept going. They got old war stories about him with broke ribs, putting on flak jackets, and going out there and working pay-per-views. I think the Hell in a Cell with Mankind, if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, I believe he had a broke ankle and a slipped disc in his neck when he wrestled the match. And if you notice the very beginning of the match, what does he do? Climb to the top of the cage.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you legitimately have a slipped disc in your neck and a broke ankle and you climb to the top of a 20-foot cage, I'm sorry, man. There's nothing but respect. You know what I mean? I mean, that dude's put in his time. I think anything he wants to do from this point out, that's his prerogative.
Right.
I think people should celebrate it anytime they get to see him because, you know what? It's not going to last much longer. There's not going to be, many more Undertaker matches. So every time you get to see one, enjoy it, because it very well could be his last.
Did you see his match against Shane McMahon this year?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
We sat down and watched it. I mean, it was okay. Shane hadn't been in a ring in, what's it been, like 15 years or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I mean, it was a bit far-fetched for me, although Shane, man, looked like he done hit the gym. Boy, he done got buff.
Yeah, he was doing like the MMA training and whatnot,
big, I don't know, man. I would have rather seen somebody else. Even though I like Shane McMahon, the stunts he does, stuff like that. I would have rather seen somebody else. But, hindsight's 2020. The Taker had to sign on the dotted line to do it. So he decided that was the guy that he wanted to help push. And, far be it from me to question that. But I personally, I've seen better matches of the Taker.
Yeah, definitely. All right. I want to talk about you. Enough Undertaker. So when you started out, you broke in with APW. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you want to talk a little bit about that? Like just starting out and what was that?
No, I did a year at APW per my agreement with my trainer. And I would do a year in his promotion and allow him to kind of monitor, how I did because again, we're very big on when you go out to other people's promotions, you want to, make sure your trainer don't look bad, So he wanted me to be confident in what I could do. And, every year I try to give Timmy Anton a call and a lead a call and just thank him, mean much to them, but it does to me.
Yeah, definitely.
That first year in the business, man, it was, like I said earlier, man, it's pretty rough, and it was all APW, and I didn't go anywhere. I stayed right there and did whatever they said, and I did all the filming up there. I even did some light announcing, post film. I'd go in and dub the commentary, and
Nice,
I
yeah.
got probably about 300 gigs worth of footage still on file.
Yeah.
And we did that, and I filmed. I missed 1 week out that entire year, so I did 51 weeks,
Wow.
and I filmed every single week.
Nice.
And filmed work. My son, Solomon Kilgore, he was right there along with me, doing the same thing, filming, training. He didn't obviously work back then, but he was likely training in the ring, and he would help me film everything, and we'd sit down and cut it up together. And yeah, man, APW, man, it's been pretty good to me. Chief Daigle, I cannot complain. Chief Daigle has looked out for me. He's, he gave me an opportunity when probably most wrestling promotions, probably like up north and stuff, probably wouldn't have took time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I was overweight. I was out of shape. My trainer looked at me the second training session and said, I'm going to tell you what, son, I think you're going to make it.
Wow.
I disagree. It was tough, man. It was tough. And, we got into the second year, and I was still doing APW, and then I started being able to branch out at other shows, and that's where cats like Rage Davidson and Matt Burns, they helped me out, on bookings, and, kind of showing me the ropes of, working on the road, and this is what to expect, and, you need to be a certain kind of way, very respectful, very humble, so it's one thing that, I can say about my brothers there in Evil Link. I mean, that's, they are, some of the most respectful, humble guys you will ever meet in the locker room.
Right.
I think that goes a long way, man. I always get back to it, but I think it goes a long way.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of people in this business so far in my short time in it. And, I can count on both my hands probably the amount of assholes as compared to just good dudes that just want to go in there and entertain and have a good time.
Right.
So.
Now, when you first started out, did you have a different name?
Hey, you did some research, didn't you? I came out to Damien Karras.
Okay.
That was my first name. My very first match, that was the only time I ever used that name. But my very first match, I came out as Damien Karras.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole deal with Karras was that was the priest on the first Exorcist.
Yep.
Demi.
Yeah.
Demi Karras. And that's my favorite horror movie of all time. Period.
Nice.
Point blank, flat out. There's never been a better horror movie than that. I don't care what anybody says. I don't even listen to the opinion. That's just, for me, that's it.
Yeah.
Bottom line, Exorcist 1. Although part 3 was pretty cool too. I got it from there, and then I was asked by a chief to change it. And so he said, can you just come out as Damien? I said, yeah, I'll come out as Damien. And I did that for about 6-7 months, and then he allowed me to create a group, which was an idea of mine from way back in the day, called Legion. And we did Legion there for about 6-8 months, and it was getting over good. And then we ended up having to disband it for pretty much political reasons. I'll just keep it at that.
Mm.
And once we did that, I decided that I was not going to let that name go, so I decided to start coming out of Damien Legion.
Okay.
So that's essentially how the name got itself started. Outside of that, I haven't worked nothing but one time under another name, and that was I worked under Matthew Parker in Alabama once. It's my porn star name.
Okay.
That's my middle name, and that's the first road I grew up on.
Nice.
Matthew Parker.
Okay.
So yeah, I did the Matthew Parker thing one match, which was pretty cool. Oh, was it? Oh, well, that just tells me I've been hitting the head too many times. I'm sorry. Envy just reminded me it was Ian. Oh God, what was that name? Ian Austin. That was it. Ian Austin Macias.
Nice.
That was it. Ian Austin Macias.
Nice.
Okay, yeah.
Austin is my son's
Matthew
name.
Parker's still to come out at some point.
Nice. Yeah, I named my son Austin after Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There you go. Yeah, I named my youngest son Ryan after the bassist from Mudvayne.
Oh, okay.
And my daughter is named after the bassist from Cold Chamber. and then my oldest son his name is my name, Damien.
There you go.
So I took that wrestling name Damien because of him.
Nice.
Because we were sitting at a wrestling show, and he thought it'd be so cool if his daddy was a wrestler. And I said, well, if I ever get in this business, I'll use your name. And he said, cool, okay. Now he regrets. He's like, I can't use my name now.
Yeah.
But
stole my gimmick.
It's 2020, buddy.
Yeah. All right. You have Envy with you there, right?
What's that?
Envy is there with you, right?
Yeah, you want to talk to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on one sec.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good.
I just wanted to ask you, how long have you been with Damien, like, as a manager and whatnot?
I think it's been like, it'll be 2 years this July, 2 years this fall.
How you guys, like, came, like, to be, like, a partnership? Like, was it through wrestling?
You talking about when we first met and started dating, or?
Well, no, just like a like.
Started, how did we come to?
Yeah, like a business relationship.
Part of management?
Yeah.
Let's see. We had been dating probably 3-4 months, just under 6 months. And we went to MonsterCon, and I didn't really know what MonsterCon was. I mean, I knew he wrestled, and I went to a few of his shows, but I really didn't really pay much attention to wrestling other than when I was younger. I was more into it with the Attitude Era, and then, like, once, WCW and WWE collided, and they dropped the F and went to the E, I pretty much was like, that's too much,
Yeah.
Anyway, we went to MonsterCon, and his buddy Jack Damien takes pictures, and he was there with them, and they was taking pictures, and I was with them the second day of MonsterCon.
Mm-hmm.
And, he was in gimmick, and I was just this, almost ginger looking woman in these high-heeled boots, because it was my thing. I wore boots and, certain way around him when we first started dating, because I also had lost a lot of weight.
Oh, okay.
And so we was up there, and Joe said, well, let's see what she looks like in the picture with these guys. So I was like, me? Okay. I'm still camera shy. I get over there in front of the camera, and they're telling me that, well, this looks good. This would be a good promo pic. And they just kind of asked me on the way home, hey, we thought about it, and we've been thinking about it, and now seeing you in the picture, I think we want to ask you if you'd like to valet or manage with us. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So, I always liked wrestling. I was into it, and I just thought it was, indie wrestling was a whole new thing to me.
Right.
So, and, seen a couple of shows. I was like, well, we'll figure it out. See what we can do.
Now, is that something that kind of being around each other all the time, though, like, helps?
Oh, no. Me and Bo, we're like day and night.
Okay.
He's up in the mornings, and he's going straight to work. And here recently, I've been valeting him to work because we only have one car.
Okay.
And so we see each other in the mornings, and then he's gone until about 7 o'clock usually when he gets home because he goes to the gym after work, and I'm at home with 2 kids.
Okay.
2 of the kids that are mine, they stay here, and it's, as character, I hate talking about personal stuff. I have a 3-year-old and a 15-year-old. Now that makes me feel really old saying that, but a day in the life of I've been home all day.
Yeah.
That's about it. We see each other at the night, and then that's about it.
Okay.
On the weekend, we get time together, but we're not all together all the time every day.
Right.
We do good not to fall asleep talking to each other sometimes. It's a struggle.
Nice.
Like most couples,
Right, of course, yeah. Well, thank you, Anna. Thank you for taking time out to jump on here real quick.
Oh yeah, I hope I didn't bore anybody.
No, you were great. You were great.
Okay, well I'm gonna grab him.
Okay, thank you.
Give me just a second.
All right, I'm back with you, brother.
All right, that was fun.
Yeah, sorry about that. We had to tag out child running around.
That's fine.
Life of an indie wrestler.
Right, life happens.
Hey, they're breaking kayfabe all over the
Okay, getting back into your wrestling there a little bit. You were part of a match where somebody had a heart attack in the ring?
Oh, wow. Yeah. My boy Brian Cummins, he was the Scarecrow back then. And he was an original member of the Legion. And he had, we were working, it was a 6-man tag. It was me, him, and Michael Caine. I cannot remember who we were working. And he was on I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, I have the film. Just have to hunt it down. But I believe he was on like the second turnbuckle, about to climb to the top. And he had a light heart attack, and he just fell out right there on the floor. And, yeah, man, it was rather scary.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
We had Ben Wright came out there and helped him out, and they were able to get the ambulance in there, and they had to take him off. And I mean, I don't know how bad it was. I know he did have from what they said, a light heart attack. So it was like a heart, like a murmur or something.
Right.
I don't know, but I know, it's scary, man. Man, it's one thing to catch an injury. I mean, I've had plenty of injuries in the ring. I've seen plenty of guys get injured. But someone have a heart attack, man, that kind of bugs you.
Yeah. Now, did he continue wrestling after that?
What's that now?
Did he continue wrestling after that?
No.
Got better?
He does. He refs, and he works with a promotion. I believe it's SCW.
Oh, okay.
I think it's SCW that he works with, and that's TJ Boss and him, and they, from what I understand, they're still running. I don't keep up with TJ and Brian as much as I'd like to, but I believe they're still running. But yeah, he was doing the reffing thing, and he was promoting his promotion that he was assisting down there, and yeah, man, living life, having fun.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Okay, you mentioned.
Catching the chase every once in a while, ref a match.
Oh, okay. You mentioned injuries, and you had a broken foot, right?
Yes, sir. I've had it broke. Me and Dusty Money working a match. He takes a suicide dive out the ring. I've took that fall with him 100 times. Yeah, no big deal. And this particular time, it was in APW's old arena, and there was a stage right behind us. And I'm assuming I'm gonna blame the stage, but and there's the heel in me. I'm gonna blame the stage. But essentially, the way it worked out was when I called him, he kind of overcompensated the jump a little bit, and I thought he was about to take a straight face plant. So I kind of locked up and caught him to protect him somewhat, and all my weight essentially crashed on my foot, and it cracked my third metatarsal, and that kept me out for I was out for a couple months. Previous to that, though, the reason it took me about a year getting into my first match was because I had a tear in my MCL.
Oh.
Doing a belly-to-belly when I shouldn't have been doing a belly-to-belly. And the boy I was working wasn't trained, and neither one of us were. And I ended up having a slight tear in my MCL, and that kind of took me out for a little while, but it forced me in the gym.
Right.
So, it was a double-edged sword. I would go, before I went to work, I was at the gym at 5 in the morning, and I would work out till 7:20, somewhere around there, and then I'd go across town, and I'd go in the line, and I'd go get dropped off, and I'd go to work. And I did that for a couple months, and walked on a boot. And, my job at the time was, believe it or not, I was building servers. And these servers are about, on the high side, about 70 pounds a server, which, it's not heavy, but when you lift them probably 250 times a day, you're doing full production, and you're on a boot, and, your legs pretty locked up, and, just ain't that much movement, but,
Now, when you broke your...
Kind of slowed down the healing.
Right. When you broke your foot, because you wrestled, barefoot.
Yeah, I wrestled barefoot.
And that's when you started wearing boots then?
No, I actually kept wrestling barefoot.
Oh, really?
Even after that match, I did probably about another 6 months or so barefoot, and it would give me any issues. I just, I didn't want him to be stepping on my toes. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
But, I just decided to put on boots, man. My trainer, one of my trainers, the league, man, he used to call my ass all the time about it. My other trainer, Timmy, he loved it. He was like, "Oh, you want to wrestle barefoot?" I'm like, "Well, dude, I'm broke." I was like, "I can't afford boots, dog." I said, "So, yeah, man, I'll go out there and wild some out, and I don't care. Don't bother me, dude. I grew up in Florence, South Carolina, man. We walked around everywhere barefoot."
Yeah.
I said, I got big old feet, man. So it wasn't a big deal to me. And he's like, "Yeah, if you're gonna do it, roll with it, and don't be a punk, do it."
Right.
I was like, "Okay, cool." So I started training that way, and I trained barefoot. I did that forever.
Wow.
And then, when I broke the foot, I don't think the boot would have assisted. I don't think the boot would have, because again, all my weight just kind of crashed. My foot locked, essentially.
Yeah.
My left foot locked, and all my weight crashed down on top of it by catching Dusty, and I was just in a bad position. I wasn't positioned properly. My technique was off. I wasn't positioned properly, and whenever I called him, again, it's a lesson for the kids. It's why they come not do it at home.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't positioned properly, and when I called him, all his weight shifted. And, he's not a big dude, but he's at least 160, 170 pounds flying through the air. So that's enough to at least give you a nudge, and, man, as soon as it did it, it just, all of it crashed, and I didn't know it was broke. This was about the first 2 minutes in the match.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up wrestling for, I think that match was like 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So, we continued wrestling.
Probably made it worse.
It's on tape on the phone somewhere.
Yeah.
Dusty has the phone, so if you never get in touch with Dusty Money, he's got the film.
Okay.
It was about the first 2 minutes in the match. We just popped in the shine, and he was laying into me, and called him on a suicide, man. I popped it. I thought I rolled my ankle. I thought I'd be fine because I didn't, it's like when I popped my knee, I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
It was clear as day. I mean, you could hear it pop, you could feel it, stomach turn, the whole deal. Like, whew, yeah. And, but even when my knee popped, I kept training the rest of that night. Well, this match was no different, because I figured, man, you pro wrestling, well, you better be tough. You better work through an injury. You're entertaining. So,
right.
I figured I worked through training with my knee, ripped. I can get through this match with a rolled ankle.
Yeah.
And, so, you see me on tape visibly hobbling, but, we got through the match. It was a good match. At the end of it's where it actually broke, though, I think.
Oh, really?
I think I think I lightly fractured it probably on that fall. But when we got to the end of the match, we worked the whole Triple H Undertaker spot. Thought it'd be fun.
Yeah.
So we did the whole tombstone deal. And, he catches me with the tombstone, and he puts me in the tombstone. And it's because I'm short, so why not? He puts me in the tombstone. Well, I flip back, and I put him in the tombstone. Well, when I did, and I propped him back up to readjust the weight, I felt it snap.
Oh.
And once it did that, I was able to safely land them. And, I pinned them 1, 2, 3 and all that good stuff. But immediately it was straight to the back, I went and I just taped up my foot as best I could. And by the time I got home that night, it started swelling on me. Funny story about that. So I'm all about self-deprecation, so might as well. Funny story was that night I was sitting here about 3 o'clock in the morning. I had just moved in this house. It was like no furniture, just me, a bed, and a computer in my face. And I had to get up and piss.
Mm-hmm.
So I get up, or I hobble up. I do my best. It's pitch black in the house. And, here goes your rating, dog, just going down the tube right here. But, man, I slammed that foot right into the wall. Just as hard as I could. I had to piss bad. And I slammed it right into the wall, and I laid there on the floor and pissed myself.
Oh, man.
I couldn't do nothing, man. I just had to crawl to the shower.
Damn.
Yeah, I got carpet burn the whole way. And I just crawled to the shower, crawled in the mug, took a shower. Hey, man, you know how it is, man. Sleep cleans everything, dog. So.
Yeah. Oh, man. That sucks.
So, no, it was probably a couple of drinks tied in there, too.
Right.
In any event, we pushed past it. So far, so good, knock on wood,
Yeah.
Nothing but a couple little things here and there, But, the only thing about wrestling barefoot, man, is you get your toenails ripped off a lot.
Oh, yeah, damn.
Yeah. And I've had both my big toenails ripped off probably about 2 times each.
Wow.
Yeah. And Dusty Money did 2 of them, believe it or not. Stepping on my foot.
That's that same match.
Yeah, I'd take them, man. I'd glue them back to my toes.
Oh, man. Yeah, because I don't think... I never lost a toenail, but I don't think they grow back, right?
No, they do. They go back,
really?
I promise.
I don't know.
My feet are like claws, man. they just keep growing, dog. I can't do nothing with them. And, it's thick toenails, too. Well, they grow back, man. But,
Okay.
Yeah, you get kind of used to it. It's weird what you get used to.
Yeah.
I guess, Yeah, I'm just, the main thing I ever watch, man, my hands, dude. Because, at the end of the day, man, I had so much enjoyed being able to play an instrument. It's just been a big part of my life since I was 12.
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about that, because you mentioned you were in a band now, so...
Yes, sir. We're in I'm right here in the Mothership Studio. It's my own little personal recording studio. I got a nice big size sunroom off in the side of the house. It's like 20 by 20. Turned it into a recording studio, and me and my drummer Rustin Stiegel, we're recording the record. Name of the band is Kill the Messenger.
Okay.
That's what I can say. It's been a lot of names, but that's the one we think we like about it.
I like it. Catchy.
Yeah. Well, I like the original name, but me and the drummer, we felt it fit the message better, what we're trying to do. The original name was Irukani, which is if you ever get one chance to look them up, man, they're pretty cool little jellyfish. They got like the second deadliest sting on the planet.
Oh, wow.
That they literally, but they're as big as a matchstick, tip. Very, very tiny little jellyfish. They're in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. But, the weird thing about it is their sting, won't kill you, but it's so debilitating that they've taken people and actually, clinically induced comas on them to get them through pain. Because it lasts like 6 months.
Wow, really?
So yeah. I mean, it's just,
That's
eat
crazy.
up little jellyfish. But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
the name of the band is Kill the Messenger. Man, we've been doing this for about 2 years now. It's just all writing, but we finally got our equipment up enough to where we're ready to go ahead and, record, and we got a decent setup. And it's been fun, man.
Have you done
It's
shows
battle.
already?
What's that?
Have you done shows?
No. We are right now in the studio phase. We
Oh, okay.
finally lined up our singer. Um, I'm originally a bass player, I guess you'd say, by trade. That's
Okay.
what I did growing up. That's what I went to college for. Was bass and music studies at Atlanta Institute of Music. And,
Nice.
that's jazz studies. But I've always been a metalhead growing up. Old school rock, metal. My mom started that early. Cool chick, man. She'd come home, she'd pop on Led Zeppelin, and, we listen to Sabbath, Zeppelin, Doobie Brothers, and she just mixed it all in there, man. I listened to Motown growing up. Then went to school for it, and, just immersed myself as much as I could, and then just over the years, man, I did the whole cover band circuit, and, making money playing and stuff,
Yeah.
but I never could get my own thing together, which is all I ever really wanted.
Mhm.
And so, I was able to finally find some people that, kind of saw the same vision I did. And it's been cool, man. We've been taking our time. It's like cooking a pot of beans, dog. Takes a minute.
Yeah.
When you've been cooking them beans, man, we got my boy Denny Stone from a band down here called Black Hand Throne. And he's coming in and doing vocals for us. And then right now, I play guitar and I play bass in it because I'm doing all the bass lines and all the guitar lines.
Okay.
But eventually we'll pick up a bassist. But no, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It'll be heavy.
I had Sean Stasiak on last night, and he was saying that your body can only take so many bumps, and then you got to set yourself up for the future. And obviously, him with the booking, and then maybe that's you're setting yourself up for the future.
Yeah. Now Stasiak's right, man. He's absolutely correct because I'm like this. I'm gonna do it till it's not funny.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it till it's not fun. If it gets to be, man, where it's just it's like a job,
Mhm.
then I'm out. Because I mean, me personally, man, I've got a lot of things I like doing. I try to keep myself busy. I sleep like 4 hours a day. So, I try to do as much as I can, fit as much as I can in. Music's such a huge part to me. That's naturally what, the avenue I'm going to take post-wrestling.
Right.
And even wrestling, I mean, I rehearse with my instrument, quite a bit during the week. It's just fun for me. I like studies, guitar studies and stuff. I'm into numbers and math, so we do a lot of odd meters, subdivision, stuff like that. And it keeps my brain moving.
Right.
Brain's kind of like a TV channel's constantly changing.
Nice.
Music kind of helps to focus. It's kind of like how wrestling does. And it's kind of both help, man, because how you put together a wrestling match is a lot like how you write a song.
Yeah.
If you think about it, and the guys that are in the know that, do what we do, they'll probably, if they play an instrument, they'll understand exactly what I'm saying.
Right. Right.
Ebbs and flows, and how can you manipulate a crowd to do this, or get them to pop this way, or, same deal, man. So I'm playing in the band. And,
A lot of similarities.
cool,
Yeah. Definitely. Okay. We're running down a little bit here. Where can people see you upcoming?
Coming up here soon, man. Well, right now, I do have to pop it. I am the Hot Atlanta heavyweight champion.
Okay.
Working for Teddy Long down in Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice.
Yeah, he's just getting this thing going, man. But they do good in the Rocky King, and my trainer Elite, he runs the back run, and man, just I'm doing that show right there. I'll be posting all the dates for all these on Facebook here soon, so I don't have them in front of me.
Okay.
But every weekend, just about you can go out and see me at UIW down in Rutherford in North Carolina. That's Saturday night at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
But yeah, come on down and get your pool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a trip down to see you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please come down. You know, you've got Rage Davidson out there. You got Matt Burns out there. You got Brian Thrill out there. Alan Price. You know, James Drake will come through every once in a while. You got, just so many guys. You know, so many guys in this business get to come down there.
Nice.
Shay, and Will Dominic. Those are some cats you need to interview right there. You want a cool interview? Hit up Shay and Will Dominic. Doing that thing down there. You know, Eagle. You know, APW.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing their thing there. You know, I try to get out there as I can. You know, I try to go as much as possible. You know, but my main promotion right now is UIW.
Okay.
You know, run the weekly stories, but I'll be I do work TCW as well, which again is one of the best promotions I've ever worked for.
Mm-hmm.
Working for a guy named Tim Toller, man, that does all business, him in the back, Abel Adams. You know, you got Chris Fix. Yeah, he was just on SmackDown. Just on SmackDown and Raw, I think. And, you know, there's a lot of good guys up there. You know, very, 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 very professional promotion.
Yeah.
You know, you walk in the door, man, they got you. They know what they want. You feel me? They know what they want,
definitely.
and they have their expectations of you, and I love that. I love that kind of, I guess, Bill Watts style. When you got that promotion and they tell you, hey, look, this is what we want. This is how we want it. You know, we're men of our word. We'll keep our end of the deal. You keep your end of the deal. And that, you know, because at the end of the day, man, it's all about the promoter. They're paying for it. So, you know, what they want you to do, you need to go out there and do. And you can do it very respectfully and, you know, very professionally, you know. And that's all Tim's ever asked of me. And I like to think I did the damn thing when I got down there.
Definitely.
You know, but, yeah, no, there's a lot of promotions, man. The Hotlanta, UIW, APW, TCW. There's so many, man. There's PWF. There's so many. There's a lot of them, man. I'll be posting it all on my Facebook page.
Okay.
And stuff
Yeah.
like that, man.
You wanna give out your social media plugs?
Yeah, man. I just go to Facebook. Unfortunately, Facebook has told me that I cannot use my Damien Legion. So, Bud McCray, BeauMccray. You can go to Envy's page. She has a light page. You can get the reminder to get to hers if you got to. Still kill it. However you got to get to it. Get it up. Very beautiful woman. Does the damn thing out there for us. You know, she's green as a blade of grass, but she knows it and loves it. 50 Shades of Green. And, you know, she's learning. Very humble, very respectful, and just wants to learn. You know,
Right.
So, you know, that's you know, good. You know, plug the band if I can, man.
Yeah, please.
It will be out here within the next 4 months. We are now hitting the studio. We've been doing pre-tracking now for about 2 months, and we start the actual real deal Holyfield here in 2 weeks. We got about 2 weeks of solid rehearsal here with Benny, our singer, who just came in. Man, that dude's the beast, you know. But if you like Pantera, you'll love it. Put it like that.
Yeah.
You know, just kick-ass metal, man.
Nice.
That's all I can say. But no, other than that, though, man, yeah, that's it. There again, just you know, you can hit me up on all them sites, man. Any promoters out there want to book me, hit me up. Let me know. We'll work on that.
All right, sounds good. I want to thank you for being on. I really appreciate it. Both of you guys. It was a fun conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much appreciated. Very much appreciated.
All right, that was my conversation with Damien Legion and Envy. Really fun episode. Really enjoyed the conversation. I told them afterwards that was a really easy conversation for me. My first ever multi-guest episode. Really fun, like I said. Make sure you guys go check him out down there in the Carolinas and down south and whatnot. And make sure you check out his band too coming up. Kill the Messenger. Really look forward to hearing some of that stuff. So thank you, Damien, Legion, and Envy once again for being on. And I'll get out of here on my plugs. Facebook group page, Electric City Wrestling Fans. iTunes, Electric City Wrestling Fans Podcast. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. And please tell a friend, pass the word along. See you on the next one, guys. Thanks.
Can't you see I'm easily bothered by persistence? One step